Periodic fits. Last night I texted 4 men, 2 of them exes, 1 of them married. One of the 4 informed me we share a moon in Gemini. Whatevs, I said. This would explain many things, he said. I was only texting to ask about his favorite sex club. I looked it up. Google says we share a rapid speed of thought, vanity, a desire to make many things all at once. Our emotions are very changeable, it says. I say the only sin is doing a thing you know is wrong. Sexting with married men may or may not be a thing that is wrong. Restless is what it says about us. I believe in happy endings, not in fairy tales or relationships, but in massage parlors. Doesn't monogamy sound like monotony? We struggle to maintain our independence. Our feelings are held in too much scrutiny, a direct need to speak the truth. Tonight on stage, I will spill secrets down my shirt, purple like wine. I will kiss and tell. I will call it poetry. Springs are scarred into my fallopian tubes. Tiny fruitless trees prevent the eggs. Falling, failing little Pac-Man. I almost married one of the 4. He was a teacher. He taught me to run. He was the moon in Gemini Cancer. Cancer is what it felt like most. A cancer that picked my bones, left me starving, a beautiful carcass I was. They never stop, it says, reading, thinking, talking. They never stop. They often come off as fickle. That's what it says about us, I text the teacher. Watching Fast Black. I think of Duane Reade, write list poems of lovers, lovers as in people I hooked up with, lovers who never said make love, but were tortured like the love songs we listened to. Between us, color lines, my being underage and our poverty. But when the lights went down, there was only his hands, his weedy brown lips, lean chocolate frame. He was scary, quick to slap. Although he never did, I knew he was a trigger without warning. That was as close as I have been to love, sleeping with someone so dangerous. It makes you want the meat of them, crawl the floor bare ass and beg for it, whisper daddy while straddling his bucking frame. These are the men whose perfection graced auction blocks, the white world still trying to own it, cage it, while milking it for inspiration. So caught up in the mythology of pimps and bluesmen, the mystery behind dark eyes. Women like me want to be owned by it, feel safer with someone who isn't afraid of us, someone who gets our soft spots and that exteriors are just that. There are words and then there are hands, and sometimes it's all too much. Duane lived on the brink, finally fell into insanity, to the nut house. Oh, but Duane, you really turned me on. Lonely and lovely are almost spelled the same. I did not die when Aunt Wiley dragged me up the stone wall, dangling over the bay. Police lights bathed me in relief of his relentless fists and feet. I was not shot by cops when guns were pointed at my head. I did hide in my room a lot, still do, huddled here now, with the twitching dog, the computer, and my stomach ache. I'm lonely and I want to eat Xanax and cereal. Never overdosed, but wanted out many times. Never cut, having too many scars already. Begged to have my hair pulled, my face smashed into the headboard. That escape is short-lived. I went to the movies tonight with a guy from a bar just to do it, just because I'm lonely or something. His desperation was rubbing on me, giving me indigestion. He wanted to show me off. He wanted to take me to the mall, to eat, to his bar. I wanted to get out. Couldn't get home fast enough. All that need reminded me of my own, how it feels to really like someone, and how these months I relearned what it's like to like no one, to look into the future and see nothing. Like I did back when guys like Aunt Wiley beat the shit out of me and I still wanted a boyfriend to pick me up after work, eat chicken fried steak at Denny's, drink gin and juice in the car with someone. because he made me laugh, and he got that look in his eye when he came, that glazed, dazed look that made me feel some kind of way. Numb like this, I miss feeling some kind of way. Actually, it was a worse reminder that I have not grown up at all, that I will obsessively text where I once paged, that I will sit in my room and cry for a very long time, broken and looping, no power button shut off. Love lives only in pages and songs, so I'm thinking about buying cassette tapes again, stacking them high with the books on the shelves, surrounding me and the shivering dog. Late into the cold night, there is moon, and there is me, and I did not die. When the gun claps, it's in your chest full of bass. I read poems about beat to white folks that probably never rode in a Scriber, hitting corners, the speakers shaking your insides, shape-shifting your very cells. Every 7 years, I'm on a mission, still thirsting dream. I've been settled down with my heart of gold thug, threw it all off in search of sex and intellect. If only there was balance, but we tip our own Libra scale. Dating reality is like eating. You have to take small plates of the things appetizing to you. Some nights it's big dicks only, on others all bets off. Good conversation is the slipperiest thing. Wet panties and music, you know that shit in your gut. I'm not above it. Can't outgrow wanting to chop it up all night about rappers, the best R&B comeback, and favorite movies of childhood when gangsters were just kids wearing slippers from Chinatown to Bruce Lee movies. It's not the inevitable gentrification we are running from, the salt and pepper on insurance commercials. It's insanity, madness creeping up the back of our necks, the big takeover. Yeah, our bad brains overwhelmed with anger, just wanting love, but they don't write those songs no more. I swear if one more sweetheart of a brother tells me how exhausted his cheeks are from smiling at white people, say they won't think he's so scary. Once you know certain things, you can't put them back in the closet of your white mind. I just can't do this thing, but I thought it would be less racist, or to at least try dating a white guy, less objectifying but so much more fake. I can't protect your neck from the sidelines. All I can do is cheer. I'm listening and smiling so hard my cheeks hurt with you. I tell you, fuck them if they're scared, but I'm not the one getting hauled off to the joint. I heard Angela's warnings. Whatever I say in court, no matter how crazy, will still sound more innocent than you, and I can't explain that to one white boy busy playing victim in the post-racial beatdown. Having a black president sure has brought the Klan out the woodpile, or was it just the internet that gave them all the balls? Yeah, my Beyonce fan is blowing. It's the 60s again, and I'm born. All that Public Enemy, I was raised on, Paris and KRS-One, finding revolution between lines in Short and 40. I watched the whole movie last night with no joy. Recognized the OG, dated 100 of him. Cold-blooded to everyone but his mom's. It was too late for her. Room crowded with meds, mismatched Afghans, dirty-walled Victorian. We all bitches and hoes till deathbed. I can sing you all the lyrics of all the shit dudes rap they never would do for us. Pussy, money, weed, prayer. Isn't it all strip club church? Chris Rock blamed the misogyny on crack. He wasn't all the way wrong. So we back it up, flip it, rub it down. Our asses so full of love and anger, we fuck with a vengeance. Search the tender part near iris. Pillow talk dumb shit. You search for a nugget of love. I loved a thug once because he was the only person I ever knew who spoke in metaphor. Sometimes you gotta ask yourself, is this dick worth the conversation? Young M.A. wonders why the whole world wants to see her strap, and you think about it while he fucks you. You're never present. These times tumultuous as when I birthed Nixon moonwalk, Whitey on the moon, they killed Fred dead. We still war, we still march. I need a gun, a survival plan. There's a big dick in office with a little dictator complex. The oligarchs are coming, shore up your scarcity walls. That bitches and hoes mode, so bendable and expendable, makes pulling the trigger easy. Me or him, me or her, me. The future doesn't look like we thought it would. A kid called Thug wearing a dress made of Prince's lampshade. Small liberties slipping through fingers, unable to pull the brakes. We roll back. The only one who gets me is an OG on Telegraph outside the liquor store. He looks me up and down and says, "Hey, you remember Blondie?" filling my heart of glass like a fish tank in Vegas. Amazon is the monkey on my back. Assorted cardboard boxes come, filled with bags of air. PAL is my pay. Maybe I'd just be buying random time and things to fill it with. Atomic Dog. What is there to write when summer has turned cold, the sky pressing gloomily down, tiki torch lynch mobs plan rallies near you? 1,000 posts on what you should do, can do, won't do. Guts knotted and afraid to leave the bathroom. This is no surprise, just a campaign promise, the unveiling of the pale, sick country we belong to. Now you know, the white kid handing you a hot dog and aspiring Klansman. Oh, you've known some skinheads and white boys who joined the brotherhood behind bars, can wish them nothing but boots upside the head. You've heard the ridiculous rationalizations, freedom of speech arguments, typed madly to the alt-right abyss, too many masters manipulating, stirring up fear and paranoia, othering. We should all be terrified of the terrorists among us. White dudes talking take back, shit that was stolen in the first place. We all pointing fingers and wringing hands. It's here, the year they promised, at all those red hat rallies. Telling you it was this, birther bullshit, go back to Africa, calling slaves migrants, migrants criminal, vegetables rotting on the vine. Stop the rewrite, the propaganda, fueling painful flames. Stop protesting Top Dog and listen to your God. We might be busy killing each other when they drop the bomb. My dog, hand me my machete. Those white boys might be the zombie apocalypse we've been preparing for all along.